And we're back. What's up, everybody? Today is the day of winners finals. Who makes it to grand finals? But also on top of that, we have Lyon G2 still in the bottom lower bracket. I do want to see how this plays out. And then Jindong Gaming, who pushed us to Game 5, which is pretty crazy, versus SK Gaming. I do think Jindong Gaming will beat them, but I believe SK Gaming had a harder path to get to the playoffs, so they might have something for them. Actually, let me check. They lost to Cloud9. I mean, that feels bad. Hang on, where is it? So they did beat Max, #1 China seed. Then they beat Red Cannons. What? They beat Red Cannons? Nah, they're tough. Okay, so that'll be a hard fight for Jindong Gaming, I think. Mainly because they look like the other region slayers, you know. They just, and then we're against the best team in the world according to the power rankings by nearly 30 points. They're 30 points ahead of us. Cloud9, I don't even know who their roster is. They have a 50-50 win rate with Lyon. Wait, weren't they in my division? What? Wait. Yeah, no, they're 3rd seed. This is summer regular playoffs. Sorry, hang on. My brain is lagging. Oh yeah, they did make it to playoffs. They're the opposite side of the bracket. That's why they're #1 seed. Oh, well, they're 3rd seed. They're tied in FlyQuest, so it can't be that good. Okay, their ADC is kind of cracked. So just their ADC. Dafu. Okay, they're mid. Okay, yeah, they have like a. I don't know why their support pool is so deep, but there's actually nothing there. Okay, so their mid bottom jungle are their best players. The support is kind of lacking, but anyways, we shall see how Lyon versus G2 goes. This is the legendary rematch, lower bracket rematch. Who will make it? Also the contracts reset. Yeah. Oh wait, didn't we know this outcome already? Spoilers. I'm pretty sure I know who wins this, but the resim might say something else. I might have been spoiled already. I think last episode, the result of this match was spoiled. It was spoiled. From what I remember, I think Lyon versus G2 ended 3-1. So this time, G2 convincingly deletes Lyon in the lower bracket finals, and Jindong Gaming beats SK Gaming 3-0 as well in the lower bracket. So it will be G2 versus JDG for the lower bracket finals. We will see who makes it there. Meanwhile, for us, we're broke still, but we're against the best American team according to seeding. Technically, according to regular season standings, we are the best by a pretty good margin. But who knows? Playoffs is a whole different animal, especially when they drop a patch literally before it happens. So we will see how this goes for us. Match hasn't started. So Cloud9 favored by 61%. We'll see about that. We'll have to lock into the draft. Again, I have to make sure I have to mentally prepare that they basically nerfed the combo meta out of the game. We have to be more flexible with our front to back, play 3 core, maybe generally speaking, having some sort of scale, or if we're gonna run a death ball, have to close out early. What do they play? They're a Circus Blader team. No, Lynn, they play Circus Blader. I have to ban Circus Blader, I think. No, we'll see what they ban though. They do ban the meta picks. They perma ban all the meta picks. So, oh man, this is gonna be cinema. Oh baby, I'm hoping they don't make a draft mistake. I want them to actually challenge me here. I mean, all the teams have been challenging me so far, but you know, like, Jindong Gaming really pushed me to the limit. Game 5 is crazy. We can get rid of just Shield Bearer and Knight here, just get rid of those from the fight. They were rid of Sand Mage. Brooks is never playing Sand Mage again. Like, I zero chance that anyone is gonna let Brooks have Sand Mage. So Expected that. We can get rid of Demon as well. Demon is very, very strong. Right now, Archer is open though, and they're like big Archer pickers. I think we can get rid of Archer and then play for maybe a Gunner ADC. They get rid of Plague Doctor, sort of expected. So Exorcist is open, but so is Bomber. So I think they're playing. They're doing a trick play on me here, where if I pick Exorcist, or their first pick, they're probably looking at first picking either Demon or Bomber, and then leaving Exorcist open, because if I pick Exorcist, they can just flex Bomber top. And if I ban Demon, then I have no counter draft. I think if I leave these three open, actually, it's fairly fine. I just need to remove some sort of some stability, especially if we're not running like burst damage. But we can get rid of like, I don't know, we can get rid of Ninja. I think Ninja's pretty good. I don't want to give their mid laners some crazy opportunity here. I mean, I expected this, so we take Bomber here, we take Demon. For our 1-2, we play SKN on the Demon. They take Gunner. They're playing Lancer in this economy? Okay. I mean, they're gonna have setup here. I don't think they're gonna have continuation. We can play some sort of Werewolf. Well, if Bomber's gonna be top, Werewolf is a very hard sell. We can run Werewolf support maybe, and then we can play it for coverage for someone like a Boomerang Hunter. Into Gunner is so tough though. We don't really have like an easy access point to Gunner, and we don't really have any options that outrange him right now. Yeah, nothing outranges him at the moment outside of Sniper. Sniper ADC is so like it's really hard to convince me to play Sniper ADC. It's just he doesn't get more range than Gunner until like level 10, or not level 10, level 5. It's just not worth it, I don't think. Lightning Mage ADC we can maybe try for. I think that's actually a play here, and we give Brooks some very powerful flex. They run Mystic Dancer. I'm not that worried. They're playing to try and ultra scale. I don't think we should play to that. I do think we need a very, very stable mid though. Nothing really I can think of. We can just run White Mage and call it a day, to be honest. I mean, the Exorcist, again, Exorcist will be the problem here, but we need multiple damage sources. We don't really have a frontline tech either. We're basically relying on Demon hitting a multi-man fear, but I do think this draft is fine. I'm sure they expected the Bomber top counter pick. So the question will be whether or not Lyn can really abuse his timing there. And then the question now is, do I give SKN like a build of damage, or I run him Bruiser? I do think we actually, you know what? I think we run him Bruiser. We just run like HP Magic Resist and just make him very hard to kill, so he can maybe go for the dive on Uzi later on. They're running Mystic Dancer support. They're trolling the shit out of me, so you have to punish that for sure. 2 Magic, HP Magic, that makes sense. Maybe Magic Resist. No, they don't really have CC like that. We could run double mag. Nah, we need the HP for against the Lancer. Then Feed Fest. I think Feed Fest just goes HP and just like eats everything. And it's just like tank him. There's no way he's not gonna get punished by these two at the bottom. I mean, their front line is actually really, really unstable, considering that Vampire doesn't have any CC. Lancer's the only one really peeling for. Generally, we just need, like, if we can do the damage to break open their front line, it should be. Question becomes, do we have that kind of juice? Lyn just like perma push top, I think. Do we need to close this out aggressively? I mean, they ultra scale. I think trying to close this out aggressively might be the solution. We have Bomber, but Bomber is not gonna outscale Gunner. I mean, maybe if we poke them to death, maybe we outscale them, but. Alright. Game number 1 between Cloud9 and Spiritus Core Gaming. Cloud9, the #1 seed coming out of NA, 3rd in the regular season standings. Spiritus Core Gaming, the opposite, 3rd coming out of NA and #1 in the standings. Both these teams have taken games off of each other. I believe they are 1-1 in the regular season, if I recall correctly. So it'll be a question to see who is coming out on top in this early game. Meanwhile, topside already Lyn getting pushed so low, so loses a lot of his tempo advantage he should have against the Exorcist. Once this Hungry Box hits level 3, it'll be very, very spooky for the Bomber. Just needs to continue wave clearing. Mid lane, Brooks is doing Brooks things. I mean, he is so good at White Mage. Your skill accuracy is like 59, but for some reason, Brooks is just amazing on White Mage. His skill accuracy is completely irrelevant on this mage, apparently. Bottom lane, working out pretty well as I hoped. Werewolf doing a lot of damage here. Gunner is going to get poked out, as well as Soup just forces them out of the wave. The CS advantage is to the Gunner still, but Werewolf has a lot of base damage. Can just CS for the Lightning Mage, especially in situations like this. Feedfest also going HP, of course. Hang on, there is a gank rotation here. Lancer will charge forward, going for the Lightning Mage, but does get under tower in time, so I don't think there's anything forward. He's actually diving forward. Nearly gets the kill. He will get first blood, but trades his life forward, so all-ins for the Lightning Mage kill. Alu chasing down Feedfest here on the Werewolf. The Gunner is also here. Light Beam gonna push them away, though. Oppression lands on the Mystic Dancer, and he's still here. SKN is here in demon form. Swap will miss, but the chase down is coming. And I'm not sure what Alu was thinking, but I think he's gonna feed a kill straight to the demon itself. SKN will take that kill. Meanwhile, topside continuing their island battle. The Gold League slowly growing here for Lyn, which is what we expected, which is what we need for this team, making sure that the Exorcist does not get a snowball rolling out of control in the early game. Serpent now the objective here for Spiritus Core Gaming. Teamfest is still level 2 though, so it's a little bit risky. Sun lands with the Bat Storm, deletes SKN, and they're routed off of the Serpent. As Brooks, though, he wants to fight this. I mean, they're pretty low. Oppression will hit onto one. Light Beam also pushes Lancer away. The Root only hits onto the Vampire, though, and he's low. Light Beam will push them off. And Brooks 1v4s them off of the objective, which is incredible. They did not... I mean, there's a little bit of miscommunication there, I think, from Cloud9. Did not want to trade for the Serpent, I guess, for their lives. Top lane, that is a horror story. Lyn gets picked off by the Exorcist. This is the counter matchup. Exorcist hits his ult. The slow is good, and the rush down is better. And Lyn going down there does swing the gold back to Cloud9 in that top side, as the gold lead is still pretty close, though, because of the lead Soup has on the wave clear Gunner. Alu going here. Lancer is low. Light Beam just kills him with the stun to keep him in place. Oppression hits onto Mystic Dancer as well. But the Serpent, guys, hello, Serpent is low. Batstorm is coming through. Chain Lightning goes onto the Gunner, and it's just fights everywhere. What is going on? Gunner is low, but will not fall. Meanwhile, Brooks gets picked off by Vampire as he chases him down after landing that critical Batstorm. But in the end, finally, the Serpent goes down. But this game is what you expected from the two best teams in the name, boys. Absolute cinema. Just a fight to the death. Lyn is low in the top side. Trap is laid forward. Exorcist looking for a play, but Lyn keeps the peel on. Just so much more damage. He gets it with the auto bomb. Just a perfect reset. So blow for blow in this top side continues for Cloud9 and Spiritus Core Gaming. They're just in an island fighting for the last bottle of rum. We will see how it goes for them. Transitioning into that Morgard fight. This tower will be massive for that hold. And Lyn is trying to take it. Feedfest is here as well, but looks like Morgard is the play already. The tower is still up though, so again, a very hard hold here. Soup is rotating in. Will take the safe route, and Brooks is also here with the oppression. He hits on the 2 with the Chain Lightning. Lancer is low and is pushed away. Mystic Dancer taken out immediately. Exorcist hits on the 4. He's trying to position out. Lancer is now back in. He's trying to get the last hit onto this Morgard, but SKN peels off of it. And the rest of Spiritus Core Gaming following a Gunner now in position. Travis Lane's Brooks hits onto the Exorcist. Batstorm hits onto 1 though. Light Beam is dodged, but the bomb connects straight into the face of the Vampire. But he cannot go down. Brooks pushing out the mid wave. They will have to deal with that, but easily with multiple rivers here. They're chasing for Brooks, but Chain Lightning hits onto Uzi. He moves out of position. And unfortunately, the rest of Cloud9 do not have stuns on them. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the only stun on the side of Cloud9 is that Exorcist, is that Lancer with his ult. When that ult is on cooldown, this Lightning Mage is disgustingly strong. There is nothing to stop that Chain Lightning from connecting. Lyn, though, by himself. Morgard is now attempted again here from Cloud9. This time they have tempo. Exorcist ults out, but it gets zone. Spirits on the 2 with the Fury Swipes, and that's a double kill clean for Spiritus Core Gaming as they continue to break this game open. And now that is Morgard for sure, as there's nothing to be done here for Cloud9. And I have to go back to my question. Why did you put the hardest scaling AD carry in the game as your support? I don't understand. I don't see the vision. I'm definitely blind to whatever the hell this is. But unfortunately, right now, Cloud9, their competition, again, as I mentioned, does scale better than ours because of that gunner, technically speaking. Bomb does connect point blank, though. Trap will miss, but the bomber with the bomb auto again just secures that kill. And the scaling win condition for Cloud9 just absolutely, it's a mess right now. Vampire gets picked off middle lane as well, hit by the light beam and oppression connection. But this tower will fall, and Cloud9, man, it was such a close game, but now Spiritus Core Gaming in a very fantastic position. Feedfest, lest I forget to mention Feedfest, man. Feedfest on this werewolf, setting up the plays, peeling for his squad, really highlighting how good he is on these melee supports, man. I had to hand it to him. He used to be a scrub on this team. Light Beam will connect onto 1, but the wave is still a deterrent. Eventually will be cleared out here. Morgard up for 20 seconds. Spirits on the 2. SK wants to fight this, but he is quite low. Soup is the only one here. Chain Lightning hits onto 1, but where's the damage? Here he is. Uzi comes in. Sorry, Lyn comes in with the bomb auto. Now Mystic Dancer has to run. Chain Lightning will miss, but hang on. Alley-oop. There he goes. Lyn gets that kill. Just straight dunks onto the Mystic Dancer. Holy. Hungry Box finishes his item, but if you look at the item disparity already, it is not looking good for Cloud9. Again, it's really going to come down to Uzi scaling up, but he's level 8 right now. He's so low on items. He's so poor. It's going to be a while before they come back. Spiritus Core Gaming, I mean, Cloud9 will have to find a good team fight to bring them back to this game. Brooks, though, out of position in the mid lane. They're trying to chase him down, but pressure will slow down Lancer and Vampire, and they chase out Light Beam again, but Feedfest is there to peel, and they catch it forward. Fear hits onto 3. The Fury swipes into the multiple. They're all bleeding. Feedfest will go down, though, as he does sacrifice his life for his mid laner. But a lot of damage is done already. Soup and Lyn, Ships of the Night, didn't see Sampa there, I guess. Fog of War is a little funny like that. Sometimes you just don't see them in your vision range. So, oh well. Vampire in the bush there, just checks if forward is being taken. It's not. The rest of Spiritus Core Gaming reset. Lyn now on 2 items. He's full build 2 items. Oh my god. This bomber is so scary. He is one-shotting waves. You do not want to let him front to back here. Again, Feedfest is on his way. There's no frontliner here for Spiritus Core Gaming. They're relying on SK and Fear here, if anything. Feedfest now arrives. Brook is on his way. Lyn is front lighting. He doesn't know where they are, but he is guessing. Exorcist, ult used to try and fight and fight. Fear is onto the Mystic Dancer. Fury Swipe as well. Bomb will connect. Lancer now goes in after Mystic Dancer's died. Batstorm is used. Guys, going in. The multiple low members of Spiritus Core Gaming. Cloud9 trying to steal, but they're not going to be able to do so, as Morgard is taken by Spiritus Core Gaming. Cloud9 really tried, but Sampa did not want to pull the trigger onto that Lancer charge. I don't know why. He had all the opportunity in the world. He could have hit a 5-man Lancer charge. They're going to play for Serpent now, but it's too late. Light Beam into Oppression will catch him. Vampire will also fall. Now, Exorcist trying to hold the line middle lane. SKN does fall just from the sheer damage on this Exorcist, but by himself, he is not holding this. The towers are falling, and that should be Nexus to follow. Lyn, Sanity on the top side, doing so much damage, and Soup on the Lightning Mage as well. The team, overall team victory, I think, but Lyn Sanity definitely deserves that MVP. As by God, man. I mean, you would have not have guessed that that game was insanely close for like 7 minutes, 6 minutes. I don't know. That was insanely close. Alright, game number 2, they're probably gonna ban Bomber here. Snake, we should get rid of Turkish Blade, let's not think about that. Inquisitor ban, Shield Bearer ban, probably Knight ban as well. Those are our default bans that we just adapt here. Okay. We get rid of Archer again, and we'll flex our last ban for something. Are these the exact same bans? Did they... Okay, they're... Okay, so... They're doing the puppy thing, where they're like, they're letting, not puppy like as in a dog, as in like the Dota player. Where they're convinced that their idea is correct. They just need to execute it correctly in draft. What did I ban here in this position? And... What did I ban? I forgot what I banned. What did I ban? Ninja, right. Get that out of the pool. Alright, so... Wow! Okay, okay! I pick up what you're putting down. Fair enough. Okay, we have to pick Exorcist Bomber here. Or we pick neither. And we let them have Exorcist. What else is good that's still broken and open? I mean, honestly, it's just Exorcist and then the counter pick. I do think Demon was really valuable for the CC, but now we need a support that we can put Feedfest on. Ogre is still pretty good. I just don't like Bomber into Werewolf. I feel like that's kind of troll. I do think this is our best 1-2 though. I literally don't think there's a better 1-2 than this. We can put Bomber in jungle as well if it's like really bad. Did I match my Guardian last time, or did he just not pick it? I think he just didn't pick. What do we want? I think we run Ogre Gunner, I think, bottom lane, and then we can flex mid. Exorcist is open, we can go Exorcist top, we can go Exorcist mid. Is that a Whipmaster top? I mean, that... Okay, well, I think Bomber should beat that. If I want to take Bomber here. They have a lot more CC this time. Or they have a lot more, They have a lot more to deal with Lightning Mage. I don't know how good it is. I feel like Dark Mage is better, just for the roots as well. I think Brooks... yeah. So I think we move Bomber to the jungle. Or we can move Gunner to the jungle. No. I think we move... I think Bomber jungle is better here. We just run Exorcist top. I'm pretty sure Whipmaster wins that lane. I don't know though. I might be trolling Lyn here. Because I know Whipmaster... Yeah, it's Whipmaster top for sure. Okay, they're running Mystic Dancer. Wow, look at their draft. That's... Okay. Their draft is not bad. I'm just concerned about my jungle side. Because their Lancer's going to be so... Their Lancer is gonna have a lot more position on the map than us. We play for poke. Aggressive closeout, not really. I think we play to scale. I mean, Mystic Dancer is gonna shred us, but we have Ogre. Ogre should be fine. I guess I think just goes full tank here. Soup. Maybe you need some attack damage, item brother, so you can armor pen them. Brooks, this build is fine. SK, this build is fine. Then something like this is probably better. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else to change. Always joined for the circle. Alright, game number 2, Spiritus Core Gaming versus Cloud9. We will see what Cloud9 has in store for us. Again, they are trusting in this Lancer pick, as it is the stable between both games. Now, Gunner this time on the side of Spiritus Core Gaming, and this time, Mystic Dancer on the AD carry for them. They did take the Werewolf pick from Spiritus Core Gaming. We'll see if that adjustment was what the doctor ordered here to really switch up the draft for them. Top lane is about as expected. Whipmaster using the just massive range advantage to peel the minions away from Exorcist. So Exorcist has to tank the wave. Does hit level 2 first though, so... I mean, honestly, this comes down to who gets level 3 in this lane. Because of Whipmaster's skills, like the whip code is really good into Exorcist. So Lyn just gets a fast reset, gets the item up. Meanwhile, middle lane, Lancer does attempt to get Brooks out. now that he's not playing, what did he play last game? White Mage? It's harder to shove out the wave, but once the Dark Mage hits level 3, should be able to clear out the wave just easily. SKN just continuing to scale up here in the jungle. It's pretty hard to gank as Bomber, but we'll certainly try. Meanwhile, topside, Lyn does hit level 3 and he's running down Hungrybox. Nearly gets the range, but unfortunately, Hungrybox gets on the tower. And this is the matchup. This is straight up the matchup here. Whipmaster with the range advantage. As long as Lyn cannot properly dive the Whipmaster, it's so hard to justify the play. He takes a tower shot for his troubles, but he should push the wave in here. Lancer is coming though, but he gets distracted. Middle lane is the angle behind Brooks, but again, he just pushes away. The root connects. No slow though. Lancer charge onto one. Brooks does fall. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, I didn't notice this, but yeah, there's a gank as well. Literally happens simultaneously in the bottom lane. Bash connects. The trap lands onto Spirit Guardian. He goes down. Gunner now chasing Missing Dancer. I don't even know who's faster in this context. 55 movement speed to 49. Brother, she's like 5 units faster than you. You are not chasing. Oh, he might be dead. Soup may have made a mistake. He definitely made a mistake. He thought he could chase Missing Dancer, but he's significantly slower, man. Those gunner nerfs really got to him. He did not expect to be incapable of chasing the Missing Dancer. We're touching up the SKN though. He's trying to step on this play, but this is a really hard fight. And SKN is already low. Feedfest is getting punished already. Only level 2. Dark Blast hits onto nothing. But Root will miss as well. Soup is also here. Level 2 only as well. Again on the bot laner's really low level here. But Lyn now arrives to push everyone away. Whipmaster will not rotate for this play. Was thinking about it, but we'll just try to push down this tower maybe. But with Lyn showing up, there should be the Serpent guaranteed. But no, actually, everyone leaves because they get too low. Now, Brooks a little bit in danger. But the Lancer will concede it. Now, Lyn stuck between 2 towers. I don't know what he's doing. He's in no man's land. That's what he is. But he'll make his escape. Serpent. I think everyone just gave up on the Serpent. Okay, they're trying again. Round 2 on the Serpent. Top lane. Hungrybox has not pushed his tower down. He's worried that Exorcist is going to rotate top, but there's no one here. So, okay, finally recognizing that no one is here. No, never mind. He pushes down the wave and decides to go bottom. Serpent will be taken by Spiritus Core Gaming. Bomb will go wide as well. And I think the fight will end right there. I mean, this game is really, really close. Again, both these teams, cream of the crop. Uzi, though, in danger. Lyn will get that kill as he ends up taking that pick. And Lyn, now stuck between a rock and a hard face. I'm not sure if he's supposed to be here. I mean, brother, recall! The tower is taken. Hungrybox is just farming top. Brother, go home. What are you doing? Oh my god, he's lost. He's lost. Someone get my top laner on the map, please. Okay, finally he's free from his cage. That was very, very weird. Brooks, though, gets pushed under tower, takes a tower shot to the face. Werewolf looking for an angle. Lancer charge will get him. And Brooks will go down again. Topside, though, Whipmaster is punished for the push. That was Lyn's plan all along. The full security of letting him push all the way to the tower. But Morgard now being the setup here for the side of Cloud9. We will see if they can get this. I mean, it's a 4v4 right now. Fury Swipe will miss. Soup does ult up. Trying to shoot down. Lyn is here with the attack speed buff onto the... Oh my god, he two-shot the Spirit Guardian. With the Lyn buff as well on this Gunner is so disgusting. And Morgard will be won out here by Spiritus Core Gaming as they will take a bigger gold lead. Lancer trying to take it, but the trap into Bomb, into Dark Blast. He did not stand a chance. The dive now onto Hungrybox looking for the play. Trap was sprung. And Brooks with the Dark Blast to secure that kill. Soup is low, getting chased forward, but the bash connects and Feedfest peels for his ADC and gets another kill for himself. Root will miss. Spirit Guardian is backed off as the wave is getting shoved in. Tower. Bottom lane is taken by the mini wave, but the mid lane push is good. Dark Blast, Root, and the bash. Feedfest again on this Ogre. Really being a reliable front line for the squad. Will take that kill for himself. Building towards that health item already. Nearing that 2,500 HP mark. Will be late to the party, but The rest of Cloud9 aren't here either, so Serpent will just go to Spiritus Core Gaming as they tried to for the fight. Exorcist will hit onto the Whipmaster. He tries to push him back, but the bash lands, and Ogre just rages out to tank the tower shots here. Actually, Brooks decided to tank the tower for some reason. Lynn just walks down Uzi with the assistance of Feed Fest with the bash, and right now, once again, with one fatal fight, Spiritus Core Gaming take the lead against Cloud9. Cloud9, bomb connects. That bash into bomb connection is so good, as Brooks will take the kill with a Dark Blast. And Morgard will expire here, but this should still be the tower for the side of Spiritus Core Gaming, and they still grouped up in the middle lane. Lin is rotating top. Furious Light 6 on the 2. SKN hits the trap onto Werewolf. He's trying his best. Whipmaster as well with the bleed. Does a lot of damage. The root connect, but the Feed Fest Ogre Smash gets another one. As my goodness, this Ogre Feed Fest is running rampant right now. He is 1v2ing the support and jungle. He's just like, nah, I win. He is just... Okay, well, I don't think they can kill him, at least right now. Not right now. The big factor here is that Mystic Dancer 0-3 has no stacks, right? The only way, or the way the Dancer scales is that infinite stacking Chakra Blades every time he gets a kill. Unfortunately, not a single kill to his name means that the damage output is just not there right now for Cloud9. They could not get set up to give Mystic Dancer an opportunity to get kills. Now Sampa, Lancer charges away, forced to leave as Morgan is secured again by the side of Spiritus Core Gaming. Top tower falls. Mystic Dancer out of position as Lin just walks up and beats him up. But the push knockback Fury Swipes does a lot of damage to Lin. No healing is here, but the bomber is good. The damage is excellent. Brooks pushes down top tower. Soup finishes another. And the Nexus will fall. And Spiritus Core Gaming take a 2-0 lead against Cloud9. And Lin once again with a 5-0-2 performance in the top side. Lin's sanity. Back-to-back games. This boy is rising to the playoff expectations of him. And Brooks is in a very good mood now. He knows there's blood in the water. Grand Finals, 1 game away. Cloud9, I don't know what they have to do. They'll have to mix it up. They take second ban this time. Okay, so we'll have to think about this a little differently. So they're looking for the 1-2 pick. We want to make sure that there's only one good pick left so that we can take it ourselves. We get rid of Archer, we get rid of Circuit Blader. Those two are never coming out to see the sunlight. Shield Bearer out, Knight out. They get rid of Bomber, so Exorcist is really good. So is Fighter, though. I don't think an Overload is good. If we ban Exorcist, they will ban Fighter. And then neither will be available for this game. Do we want to ban Ninja instead, though? And then maybe just trade picks. If I ban Ninja, they're going to take Exorcist or Fighter, right? Yeah, okay, they take Plague Doctor, so we have to take Fighter here. They can have Exorcists. Gunner. Bard? What? 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 That's... No. That's crazy. Why? Okay, well, we need to scale into them. I think we take Exorcist here, and then we have to take Mystic Dancer. I mean, I don't think they'll take Mystic Dancer for themselves, so I think we're good there. But we need a really solid jungle here as well. Swordsman is open, actually. We should be taking that. Whipmaster, Vampire. I think we run Swordsman mid, and then we run a really fast jungle, maybe? Like, I mean, it might be time to bring back the Pole Warrior. I don't know, though. It's been a hot minute. Okay, Demon I think is better, to be fair, as a jungle this season, as like a frontline swap, a lot of pressure. We don't have a range carry yet, but that is why we leave Mystic Dancer as last pick. For Soup, the question will be if he can get any kills. But Feed Fest on the fire, and then we'll run Mystic Dancer, jungle here. So really, I mean, wow, this draft is crazy. I didn't even realize Swordsman was open. Holy, okay, whatever. Our comp is definitely hard engage. SK, I want you to get top side. Executioner top against Exorcist? I think Cloud9 have lost their minds. I believe they have unfortunately I think they just like drafted themselves out of this game, to be honest. I don't know how they win this game. Like, Gunner would have to 1v9 this game. And I just don't see it. I mean, I guess we'll see. But I just don't see it, man. It's... oh. This might be a stomp. This might be a stomp. I just realized they don't... like, the Gunner is not going to outscale Mystic Dancer. That's the one matchup he doesn't scale well into. So I don't know. It might be cooked. It might be a blowout game 3, boys. Alright, game number 3. Spiritus Core Gaming versus Cloud9. Cloud9 fighting for the Grand Finals appearance. If they lose this, though, they will have another chance in the lower bracket. But honestly, who wants to play against Jindo Gaming or G2 in the lower bracket? Especially for the Grand Finals. I do not envy either of these teams who will have to go down there and face one or the other. But it's not over yet. Cloud9, with a very powerful early game draft, with the Whipmaster jungle, will be able to have a lot of position in the fights. Because of the whip, the pushing away, the pressure will be good. My main concern is the top side. Like, Executioner... against Exorcist, this is not playable. Not with the current situation Exorcist is in. I mean, he's gonna hit level 3 first as well. Like, I don't know what Hungrybox was thinking, taking Exorcist top. Is it for the anti-heal? Like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, this tower, it's a minute into the game, ladies and gentlemen. He might take the tower already. Ults up, clears the wave here. And yet the tower is dead. It's a minute into the game. And Lyn is already taking top tower. And Lyn's sanity might be doing it again. Is already oppressing top lane. He's diving Hungrybox. He'll get the kill. He'll trade his life for it. But he gets executed. What? Executed? That is so bad. Cloud9. Already, look at the gold lead. The first blood tower. So much money to the pockets of Spiritus Core Gaming. My goodness, this is so bad. Sampa tries to make something happen bottom, but FeedFest peels it off. I just don't know what they're gonna do. Lyn is already so hard to deal with. He's level 4. He's building crits. He's gonna be so strong in these team fights. If you're not familiar with what's going on, ladies and gentlemen, remember, my Exorcist in this save file, look at his stats! 312 attack damage, 1600 HP, 56 movement speed. He is such a menace to society. Bottom lane, though, Serpent is now taken by the side of Spiritus Core Gaming as they continue to build the lead. I mean, Cloud9 wants to fight this, but they have the front line. Execution did something too, and Brooks will go down. Sorry, Sampa will go down, taken out by Brooks on the Swordsman. And that's another thing I want to point out. Swordsman was open, and Cloud9 did not take it. So now Brooks on the Swordsman, also incredibly good at scaling in. 300 AD, level 6 on the Swordsman. Execution does so much damage. Bottom lane, Mystic Dancer gets the first Chakra Blade here as FeedFest sets up this kill. I mean, my god, FeedFest, man. I gotta sing his praises because it's looking like they blow out. FeedFest, I remember the, like, first half of the season of Division 2. You were so garbage, and now you've turned into such a legend on these melee supports. Setting up Soup for success here. Already one stack on the Mystic Dancer. Literally increases his damage by about 50%. More like 85% actually, if I did the math correctly, yeah. So, this Mystic Dancer is nearly doing double damage at this point with just one stack of Chakra. FeedFest setting up another kill for his Mystic Dancer. Another kill! And FeedFest My God, if you were not MVP, you might be MVP this game. I mean, it's hard to compete with Lyn. Just what the fuck is he doing? He's to top, and 3 minutes in, he's walking down Hungry Box. Someone help the top lane. He's running it down. Someone help this man. He's getting shredded. Oh my goodness. Whipmaster finally shows up to try and stop this hold. But the middle lane's falling apart. Execution lands onto the Whipmaster. Gunner is forced back. Lyn. Okay, he's gonna pull back a bit. Too big for his britches. But Cloud9, this is an absolute disaster. 8,000 the gold lead. At 4 minutes into the game. And I just really struggle to see how they come back into this game. Soup already 2 Chakra Blades to his name. Gunner not even close to his first crit item. This is an impossible task for Cloud9. And I was worried about a blowout coming into this game because I could see the writing on the wall. Cloud9, man. Once you go down 2-0, the coach starts tweaking. He starts trying to mix it up. But you fell for the classic blunder. Feel or miss. But there's no way you're leaving. And Soup gets another kill. Just twisting the knife here. Another stack onto the circuit later. Etienne gets that kill. Execution forward. Brooks is just doing whatever the fuck he wants at this point. Soup will die in the tower though. As Spiritus Core Gaming celebrating too early. But it is very, very hard for Cloud9 to come back to this game at this point. I mean, I'll be honest. I don't see the angle. Brooks, the latest edition, replacing Feedfest, is showing off. Now that Spiritus Core Gaming have a mid laner, they can rely on a mid laner that can play a carry if they have to. Looks really crazy in this mid lane, man. He is 2-0-1. He is really performed well. He's doing a lot of damage. This vampire will fall. Fear will push him back. Born will follow. He died singing a song. And Lyn will take bottom tower as well. We are 5 minutes into the game, and the gold lead is nearly 10,000 the number. Sorry, 13,000 the number. Gunner trying to force something out, but the swamp connects. The execution rates a double kill for Brooks. And that's another one for the swordsman. That was so sick, actually, from Brooks, as he is unstoppable. Soup is here as well. Chakra Blades to pull out, but it doesn't get a kill. And my goodness, they are playing with their food. Morgan is up in 5 seconds. And I've never seen a goal in this massive. 15,000 the lead, nearly, to the side of Spiritus Core Gaming. And the only reason this game is not closed out is Spiritus Core Gaming is making it absolutely sure there is zero hope for Cloud9. I'm sure Cloud9 knows it. The writing's on the wall. They have to fight for this Morgard. Everyone is here. One last stand. Ult Bard, ult use. They're trying to charge forward. Executioner misses the hook. They don't hit the Morgard here. Fearless use. The Chakra Blades are good. And Soup will get another one for his bag. Now 4 stacks on the Mystic Dancer. Serpent now will soon follow. Cloud9 really just trying to get anything at this point. It's just so hard. Look at how fast this Serpent is dying from the Chakra Blades of the Mystic Dancer. Batstorm used defensively as they get routed away. Whipmaster smacked onto 3. It's not looking good. It's a disaster as they are routed out of this game. Cloud9 absolutely outclassed by a masterful performance by Spiritus Core Gaming in game number 3. There is just nothing to be done for this side of Cloud9. As Spiritus Core Gaming will move on to the Grand Finals. Brooks with a deserved MVP. Wow, that swordsman gameplay was peak absolute cinema multi-man executions. Holy cinema. Holy cinema is all I can say. As Spiritus Core Gaming moves on to the Grand Finals. That is what it is about. Next episode, of course, will be that Grand Finals. Ladies and gentlemen, Lyn getting 2 MVPs, but that last game, 18-1, absolute slaughter. Okay, don't let the game score fool you. Those games were close. The first 2 games were really close, and it just their backs got blown out. Like, respectfully, their backs got blown out. It was not good. Cloud9, though, they'll have their chance for redemption. G2 versus Jindong Gaming. We'll see who wins that. G2, it looks like, wins that. The question is, who will be beating us in the grand finals of the International Cup? Maybe the first for Spiritus Core Gaming here. Cloud9! Oh my god, Cinema! Cloud9 runs it back. Oh my god, G2 blows out Jindong Gaming, and then Cloud9 stomps G2 Esports. So the power ranked #1 seed in the world and #2 seed in the world in the grand finals. Revenge match. As Spiritus Core Gaming did 3-0 them, but that's cinema. That'll be cinema. Next episode, the grand finals. Holy. I kind of don't want to put them in the same episode. Because it'll be a spoiler for the title. I'd have to call it like grand finals or something. Alright. Wow. Absolute cinema. I might double drop the grand finals today then in that case. Maybe later tonight. I'll try to do that. If I have the time. I think that I'll try to do that. But thank you guys so much for watching. As we are now in the International Cup Finals. And yeah, I'll see you guys all in a bit.